we did it. We survived the hurricane of 2023, and everything's fine here on our end. I was worried that the basement was flooded, but the basement's about to be flooded because this week's guest is so much fun. She is a writer. You've seen some of her work on Alone Together with Benji Aflalo and Esther Pravitsky, The Sex Lives of College Girls. She's worked Carpool Karaoke with James Corden, and she has an amazing, funny Instagram account called The Official Sean Penn. It's none other than Caroline Goldfarb.
Yay!
I'm so glad you made it. I'm so glad you survived.
By the skin of my teeth. Just kidding. Everything's completely dry. It was the dud we knew it was going to be.
I know.
Flop of the summer.
Flop.
Move over, Blue Beetle. We got a new Hollywood flop.
Did Blue Beetle flop?
Oh, it's in
I
theaters.
thought it took over Barbie.
Blue Beetle?
Yeah, Blue Beetle beat Barbie out of the number 1 pose.
I'm going to have to see some of that box office tracking you're looking at.
But see, that's the thing. What's the Doppler tracking we were looking at? Because I was goofed.
Goof, bewitched, bothered, bewildered.
Yes, I was ready to go. I went to Pavilions on Friday. They're like, the storm is coming. LA to be decimated in the wake of Hillary. Oh, I'm sorry. Hurricane Hillary. We'll get into that in a minute. 1L. So
Hillary
you knew
Duff style, not Hillary Clinton
I know,
style.
and all the memes were going, and I was like, finally, we get a rainstorm. We had that 3-month period of rain. All the Hillary Duff memes were happening, and then we finally actually get Hillary Duff hurricane and flop. So I went to Pavilions.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do they do during hurricanes? And I said, a case of water. We have to get a case of water. So I got, and all the water was there. I was thinking like COVID toilet paper, like everything's gone, everything's taken away. No, everything was fine. I got like wipes. I got like wine because
wipes and wine are really all you need.
Wipes and wine should be a t-shirt.
In a pinch, you could soak a wipe in a wine. That's a snack.
Well, I was thinking like, what if the pipes burst or like the plumbing bails or whatever? Let me tell you how many bottles of water I went through. 0. How many bottles of wine? 3.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was I was ready. And then I watched a Netflix show called Earthstorm. And it's like about, tornadoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, volcanoes. It's a good, fun, limited series. And I watched Hurricane. And it's all about tracking Hurricane Ida and like how it like devastated New Orleans because that's all we were hearing. LA's gonna be ruined and wiped off the map.
No, I honestly am not here for valor stealing hurricanes. Felt like LA is so desperate to be a weather victim.
We want to be a weather victim.
We want it so badly. And it's like, get over it.
Yeah.
You're not the East Coast. You're not Florida. You're not going to be devastated by a natural disaster like you so wish you would be. Like LA is dying to be the center of attention. A hurricane is coming. This is our moment. Everyone's freaking out. The memes are flowing, videos, everything, this, that. And of course, could have predicted it, just a little bit of rain. And here's the thing. I think people are just looking for an excuse to wait in a line for 45 minutes and buy microplastics, like plastic water bottles.
I'm not.
I'm telling you, people love to stock up. It's that greedy Costco mentality, which I'm a victim of.
And then sell it on eBay for like $50.
Look, I don't, whatever you want to do to turn $1, that's fine. But as someone who once pre-COVID got sucked up into that.
And what did you do?
I went into a Costco. This is like March 15th, 2020. I was like, I got to buy the toilet paper. Like everyone's telling me I got to do it. And it wasn't a line to check out. It was a line that snaked through the whole store just to pick up the toilet paper. We're talking an hour just to grab. And after that, it's my Holocaust rules, never again. Never again. I would rather shit down the front, back, and sides of myself during the hurricane than wait in a line like that again.
Same. I'm that everywhere I go.
I don't care. I'm not stocking up. Go get water. Or I just don't understand. Use your sink that works to fill up some mason jars. You're good to go.
Yeah. Well, maybe they don't have a lot of mason jars like you, apparently.
I do have quite a few.
I love a mason jar.
You can do anything with it.
You know what I did? I propagated plants in it. That's what I do.
Oh, is this a home improvement show all of a sudden?
I love propagating plants. There, I said it.
Oh my God, he's a propagator. Propagator.
Well, it's so funny because while I'm watching this Earth storm, I'm watching the hurricane, I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm getting educated. However, guess what we did? We misgendered the storm.
You can't do that in this climate.
This is what I know.
In
and
this
climate.
society. In this economy?
In this economy.
Wait, what is Hillary's gender?
I'm so glad you asked, because on the Atlantic side, they are called hurricanes. On the Pacific side, they're called typhoons. So we were saying Hurricane Hillary, but this hurricane identifies as a typhoon.
Wow. And you know what? It's okay to misgender because this is a learning opportunity. Okay? And that's what's important. We're learning, we're sharing. You know, it's so, but is their name, sorry, is...
Get the typhoon's pronouns correct, please.
Would their pronouns be they? Okay, so you don't know. We know we misgendered it, but we don't know what the actual gender is.
It's a
you know what?
A themicane.
I'm going to go with a safe it.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I'm unsure.
Yeah.
If I don't know if it's a they, a he, a she, I just do a safe it.
Yeah. But how do we know Pennywise's pronouns are it? We were just calling Pennywise it. Maybe Pennywise the clown didn't identify as it.
Did anyone even stop to think to ask?
No one did.
Wow, this is like the gender fuckery of
so
Typhoon
much.
Hillary is blowing my mind.
But just when you thought it was over, we had a nice little torrential downpour. Then I'm sitting on the couch at 2:40 p.m. I'm watching Grey Gardens with my boyfriend because he's never seen it, the documentary.
I was going to say, I hope not the made-for-TV movie.
Which was okay. It was okay. But no, the actual documentary, Little Edie, fantastic. 2:40, everything starts moving. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And this was after I watched Earthquake of Earthstorm. Earthstorm, yes. So I'm sitting there and I go, wouldn't it be weird if we got an earthquake during the hurricane/typhoon?
You will.
And
you're a witch. He's a witch.
I manifested the hurricane, which now is just a polyamorous, like...
That's a bit of a throuple.
Yeah, it was totally a throuple.
Typhoon, hurricane, earthquake. That's a throuple right there.
Nothing happened.
I didn't feel the earthquake at all.
Oh,
You're very sensitive. I did not feel shit. I was born and raised in LA, so a little earthquake, if it's under 7, I'm not blinking or batting an eye.
The only reason I noticed because we were laying on the couch and we were just like this, and I looked at our lamp and it was going like that, and I'm like, earthquake. And Evan's never been in one. He was like, what do we do? And I'm like, this is really good.
I was living my life yesterday. I was running errands. I was in the car. I was out and about. I was at a coffee shop and they're like, ma'am, we're closing at 2. I was like, get over it.
Get over it.
I'll leave when I want to leave.
I got an email from my gym. They're like, due to the hurricane, we're closing at 4. I'm like, what is this Christmas break bullshit?
Total Christmas break bullshit. And all the little kids are out of school today. LAUSD was canceled. Grow up.
LA.
Toughen up. It's so LA.
This would never happen in Austin.
There you go. Keep LA weird.
I know, but it's just, I think everyone's just like, oh, we get a day off. We're going through trauma.
Yeah. Did you have any wetness in the home?
I mean, flooding? If I had a nickel, somebody asked me that.
I know. I was waiting for you to ask me. Soaked. All night long. Not related to the hurricane.
No, you know what's actually really funny? Because during the hype and hubbub of, oh my God, we're going to be obliterated off the map, Hurricane Hillary's coming, you know.
They acted like Tarzana was going to be washed away.
Oh, absolutely, as it should. But they were saying that it was going to hit at 11 p.m.
I know.
And so 11:30 p.m., I stayed up. I was like, we didn't have any wind. There was no wind. I wanted drama. I wanted lightning. I wanted thunder. I wanted like Pirates of the Caribbean.
I wanted a Roland Emmerich movie or whatever.
I wanted everything. I wanted like just something. I wanted to see that like a cow fly by or something, you know?
I wanted a house to spin.
Yeah, I wanted all of it. And it was just like still.
I wanted to land on Marjorie Taylor Greene, wherever she is.
Wherever.
Give me my Wizard of Oz fantasy.
Give me all of it. And I got nothing. So 11:30, I was still up and I was like, all right, well, guess I'm going to go to bed. Went to bed.
I sort of leaned into the fantasy for 2 minutes. I was like, you know what? I'll light a candle just in case the power goes out.
I did the same thing.
So I was like, all of a sudden I had a bonnet on and I was like holding a candle like Ebenezer Scrooge walking around my house.
Just waiting for like a Civil War ghost to show up.
I know. Like, who goes there? I wanted to go back in time and like look at my past lives.
Seriously.
See what would have happened.
I wanted to like smell rum in the air.
Totally. But then 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, the power's on. This is fine.
I know.
My sink works.
Underwhelmed.
People were like, I'm sorry, we can move on, but people were literally like, fill up your bathtub with water just in case. Can you imagine?
Drinking bathwater? What are you, Gwen Stefani? Like,
no! Absolutely not.
No, I'm not going to drink out of my tub unless it's like trash can punch. And that's fine.
Unless, you know, it was a sexual thing and someone paid me.
Yeah, but there was nothing. There was one tree that fell down on my street and I was like, finally, it's gone.
It happens every day.
Yeah, it was and I talked to a friend.
It can kill someone though.
You did?
I said a tree falling could kill someone. You know what I learned recently? You know when the palm fronds fall?
Girl, do not talk about palm fronds on this podcast.
I'm just going to say, when a palm frond falls. Palm frondcast, propagating.
Yes.
When a palm frond falls,
yes,
it's called a widowmaker. Because it can really kill you.
Oh, I know. I have a joke about that on stage. Like, when there's a wind, an aggressive wind, like, you see these palm fronds in the street. I was waiting for, that was my biggest fear, because we have these big French windows. I was afraid a palm frond was going to go, right, like, and impale me.
Impale you and your partner?
Yeah, just like on the couch, and we're like,
He died doing what he loved, watching Earthstorm.
Watching Earthstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, palm fronds are terrifying.
Widowmakers.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of sexy and hot.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. Basement flooded again. Second time so far today.
Yep. I love it.
Okay, so Hurricane Hillary, flop.
I was underwhelmed.
Arena.
People were blue-balled.
I know.
Edged.
But see, it's just like we have to lean into the fact that we're in LA. These things don't happen. We don't have natural disasters.
Here's the thing, though, and I had to tell my mom this because I was getting all the phone calls. People were checking in. I'm like, now we're calling?
I know.
And me being my scientific self, I was like, dearest mother, once that tropical storm hits the Pacific Ocean up towards California, the waters will be cold and it will lose its impact and it will just dissipate and just turn into a normal storm.
I like that you as a scientist turned into Katharine Hepburn.
Oh, yes, darling.
I was assuming the choice would be British accent, but you went transatlantic accent. Well, you went Philadelphia story.
I was Pacific, now I'm transatlantic.
Okay, fair enough. But everything you said sounded right.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I felt educated.
Educated.
You know, people were like, get sandbags. I'm like, what did you call me? Like,
excuse me? Not in my house.
Now let's get into some stories for the week, okay? I don't know if you're familiar with Gen Z.
I've heard of them. My greatest enemy, Gen Z.
Are they? I bet they are, huh?
The creator of my absolute torment.
Mm-hmm.
They are... I have nightmares about Gen Z every day.
I had a show the other night here, and it was like a runoff. There was some TikTok comic upstairs, and they ran off into the OR, like, you know, scattered from the upstairs room, and then got in the OR crowd. And I was looking around, and I was like, these kids, and they just sat there and stared at me, and I was like, oh God, y'all know nothing, no emotion. You're trying to figure out a way to cancel me just by looking at me.
Here's the thing. We were sold this lie about Gen Z that they were going to save the planet, but they are just pronoun warriors.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing they're fighting for.
That's all they got. They're bored.
I hope they save the planet.
I would too, you would think.
Jury's out still. They've got a couple more years, but I'm waiting to see some real action.
I'm ready to see some real content. Okay. Well, they've canceled something else that we have all been used to.
I'm so sick of them.
Yeah. Oh no, are you okay?
I'm gonna be okay.
Earthquake. They canceled the acronym LOL.
What?
Yeah.
You can't cancel LOL.
Which, you know who made famous? Hillary Duff. LOL. Laugh out loud.
Bad week for Hillary's.
On her, remember? She was like, LOL. Laugh out loud. And
was this before or after she canceled using gay as a negative?
Before, I think.
She is such an activist.
She really is.
What
the best? She was like, "You're wearing a t-shirt as a dress, or a dress as a t-shirt."
She's my Amal Clooney. I'm just gonna say.
Hillary,
how can you cancel LOL? It's part of the fabric of society, communication.
Because they want to be difficult, you know.
Yeah.
They've canceled the fan favorite acronym LOL and have refixtured it as a more complicated term. And get ready for it. Instead of LOL, we are now saying IJBOL.
Is that like sucking your own dick? That's what I heard. I heard B, I heard J, and I heard I.
I don't think it means sucking your own dick, but you would think instead it means I just burst out laughing.
What?
And just like that, I jumped into a river.
It's a little bit and just like that. The word just is so poisoned for me right now after 2 seasons of and just like that. Like, I don't want to hear just.
With that. Am I poison? And just like that, I thought, am I poison?
And just like that, Che's comedy career somehow completely crumbled in 3 months. Hope you're watching season 2 because I'm obsessed.
Of just like that?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I'm a person.
I am. I mean, I know
you know why I watched it? To get the last episode phone call from Samantha. That's all I want.
I'm not even watching it for that. I'm watching it for the most insane piece of art ever made. We're going to look back on it just like that and be like, what happened?
Oh, yeah.
It's cacophony. It's chaos. It's the logic bumps, the missing plot holes, the time. There's no sense of time on it.
It's the middle-aged woman's Euphoria.
I'm obsessed.
Not Euphoria. Sorry. The Idol.
And that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gen Z.
I know. Well, they're doing this. So
Che Diaz was right. I want to see Che Diaz do a set about this.
About IJ.
Che Diaz is like...
I just burst out. IJBOL.
Che Diaz is like, I thought my life was complicated enough being a... I don't even know what their identity is.
No one does. But
a non-binary Latinx comic dating a confused straight woman. And now I have to deal with IGBLOL? I know. And I'm like, next episode, please.
But they've canceled the thumbs up emoji as well. They've canceled skinny jeans, and they also canceled blonde hair.
Okay, skinny jeans is the one good thing Gen Z canceled.
Yeah?
They get a lot of credit for that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'll give them that.
Small victories, Gen Z.
I'll give them that. But thumbs up emoji, blonde hair, center parts. No, sorry, side parts. Gen Z canceled the side part.
Which I was like, for what? For what?
Because Gen Z just can't help but torment
But
us.
now you have a lot of like 40-year-old women with like the middle part, and they're like, hey guys, still got it.
Let millennials have their side parts.
But listen to this. They interviewed this 27-year-old guy from Melbourne, and he says, I don't LMAO. It's just not what I do. I associate LMAO with millennial humor, but then I associate IJBOL with Gen Z humor.
I'm sorry.
Which is funnier.
I'm not going to Melbourne Gen Zers for cultural commentary. Their toilets flush backwards. They've got bugs the size of Volkswagens.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care about Australia.
They live in the mist.
What they think.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
So it appeared in the slang term appeared in the Urban Dictionary a decade ago, but resurfaced in the K-pop community in recent years. Oh, there we go. If it resurfaces in the K-pop community, we're done for.
If Suga or Rap Monster tell me to do something,
you do it.
I do it.
Yeah.
I'm BTS Army.
Yeah.
Day in, day out.
So now look, who's laughing now?
IGB LOL.
No, not LOL.
What is it?
IJBOL.
I jack, but I'm only seeing BJ. I'm only seeing butt and J.
I just burst out laughing.
IGBOL.
IJBOL.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it.
I jack butts. See you later. Look, if K-pop, knowing it's from K-pop,
as butter plays in the background.
K-pop rocks.
Okay.
Once I go to Korea and get my full plastic face, like my whole new Korean face, it's over for you bitches.
Yeah.
Gen Z won't know what's up.
Who's JBOLing now?
Me and Suga and Rap Monster.
There you go.
Bam!
So there you have it.
This isn't gonna stick.
R.I.P. LOL.
No, I'm gonna use LOL. Gen Z can fucking suck it.
Oh my God, you can't be cringe.
Was that cringe of me?
You just said you're like an old person because you're using a weird old acronym.
Whatever.
I know.
As Gen Z doesn't know what year I was born in.
Oh, they do.
Oh, shit.
They asked Alexa.
Oh, shit.
You can find out anything. Anything.
Ugh, well, I'm gonna still use LOL. I don't care what Gen Z says.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my LOL. I like my LOL.
Mm-hmm. I do too. But let's talk about the real hurricane that happened over the weekend. It wasn't Hurricane Hillary. It was Hurricane Britney. I could not wait to talk to you about this because I know that you are an avid Britney fan. This
is a
came as a shocker, but not really. I think the biggest shocker for me was that I found out that Sam was 29.
He's really young.
I thought he was like 40, 30,
he's
44.
I wonder if he's using LOL or IJB.
Well, he tried to get the last laugh, but he is not. So if you live in a cave, Britney Spears and the actor,
the actor.
They're calling him the actor.
That's generous
Sam
of you.
Asghari.
The serial cheater was in one episode of Hacks. Iranian King, my Persian brother, Sam Asghari.
Oh, Asghari?
That's what I'm assuming.
Asghari. But he got over the weekend, he and Britney apparently split. Now, everyone was saying, no, they didn't. TMZ, like there were all these people saying, like, I think Dumois was even
Much
like, no.
Any piece of Britney news, it's incredibly chaotic.
Yeah.
Hard to follow a through line. There are rumors and accusations flying on both sides. Not only are we dealing with official statements, we're dealing with Britney uploading her cuckoo caca Britney statements, and now Sam's posting on Instagram stories. Like, it's I truly, this is going to take months to unpack and unravel what actually happened, what is happening.
Well, it is weird because like Dumois jumped to the conclusion. They were just like, anything TMZ says is not true. And then they said they saw Britney leaving without her wedding ring on. But now Sam has said that she cheated on him with a staff member of the house.
And it was caught on camera. First of all,
go for it.
That's Britney's Calabasas mansion
yes.
with her Cheeto dust everywhere
yes.
and her rolled over dolphin shorts all over the floor.
Thank you.
She can cheat on him with whoever she wants.
She's wearing the brown pumps in that house.
Honey, you were in one episode of Hacks. I know you're not paying the lighting bills in that big old mansion. That's number one. So I don't care what Britney did or didn't do, but she has every right to do that. And I'm sure in that prenup, it's like Britney could fuck a fucking Fanta bottle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Britney should have every right. She's Britney.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, it just so reeks of where there's the pot calling the kettle black. Because everyone's coming forward and saying that Sam's really the serial cheater. And he seemed to have this satellite network of hoes in different cities.
I love a satellite network of hoes.
He has hoes in different area codes.
Yeah.
And it does seem that the main area code is Las Vegas.
Well, did you see the like before and after pictures of him that surfaced where it was like, this was him before, like the people are saying that he conditioned himself to get with Britney like before, because they met on the set of that video. It was one of her songs,
like
not Womanizer.
Party or something.
Yeah, I think it was Slumber Party. Yeah.
I think that Sam will and should go down as one of the greatest gold diggers of all time.
We saw it coming. Look at the guy. My God, he's fit. He's hot. He's young. Like, they were engaged for a long time, but then it was like he would do all these like weird videos with her.
Here's what I highly recommend. If you're a listener of this podcast and you're curious to learn more about the psychological profile that is Sam Asghari, you have to read the New York Times interview with him from a couple years ago.
Okay.
Where it's a profile of him, but it's so clear that he's this like quasi fame-hungry fame whore with no actual talents. He has like a huge entourage around him. And when they're like, what do you want to do? He's like, I want to do everything. Actor, have a protein shake, be a fitness model. I want to be like The Rock meets Marlon Brando meets Ed Sheeran. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh my God.
He's like one of those people that's like, I just want to be famous.
Yeah.
Like, it's so clear to me who this man is. I've got his number. Persian prince thinks he can pull one on me. But I know your type.
Can you jump from I want to be an actor to have a protein shake?
That's what I'm saying. He just like wants to be a big brand, and he recognized that Britney was the stepping stone and in which he can get his name out there. I mean, he's hot. I know who Sam Asghari is. I know what his body looks like. I've seen his abs in Britney's chaotic Instagram posts. Like, he's on my mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm saying like it's exposure.
He's good looking. Like, I'd peek in the shower. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, you know.
I'd do more than peek in the shower.
Well, right, but I'd
hop in and be like, housekeeping. Can I help with something? He's a handsome man.
You're like, I work here in the house.
No, I'm like, I'm a different staff member.
I'm a different staff member.
You haven't seen me on the tape. So I'm confused. It's very confusing, but here's at the end of the day what I know. I am always Team Britney. I will always be Team Britney. I am rooting for her, praying for her. I'm fearing that this might be a little destabilizing for our girl. I think Britney does seem to respond well to structure of some kind.
Well, just remember her past...
Not too much structure.
Right. But the past albums, her biggest banger albums... Breakups.
Wait, what's the big... Oh,
Blackout
was created in the time of the most chaos.
Yes. And that
Britney doesn't want to do music, Justin.
I think she will. I think she's coming back.
You think?
Yeah, I think she's going to bounce back out of this. And I think apparently there's already talks that she's having interviews with music producers and stuff like that for a new album. However, the prenup, this guy's like fucked.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's not an inch of wiggle room. I think he's accusing her of cheating and all this shit to probably try to take advantage of like a loophole in the prenup, but she hired Laura Wasserman. It's like the best divorce attorney that exists. There's like a character in Marriage Story based on her. He's not going to get anything. He's going to have to pay Britney money by the time this is said and done.
Yeah, like it's like He's going to be a personal trainer at Crunch in like no time.
And I will be one of his clients.
Sure. Maybe I'll switch over as well.
I would
be
love
like,
doubles.
We have workout buddies now.
I'm like, oops.
But it is kind of sad and kind of interesting to watch. And, you know, she got on her Instagram and she was like, no, everything's fine. Apparently, he also said that she gave him a black eye in the middle of the night, which I don't know if you hit your partner in the middle of the night while they sleep.
You know, one bad dream about, you know, living in Iran and the next thing you do, your hand swings over and you hit Britney in the face. It could happen. I'm not there. I wasn't there. Here's what I know. Octavia Spencer called it. We need to be looking to Octavia Spencer for more guidance as a society. Like, where was her take on the hurricane?
Yeah.
Because she called this divorce.
Octavia Spencer, always the help.
Yeah, she commented.
The help you need.
You is kind, you is smart, and you is important.
Yeah, she knew.
So that's one thing. Number two, last night, I don't know if you saw, this weekend actually.
Sure.
Britney uploaded a bunch of content from her fun weekend with the gays.
Talk about it. Was going to mention it.
Britney, again, it's always hard to really follow the A, B, and C story on a Britney post. But she wanted to get the divorce off her mind. And she said she wanted to hang out with her best Judies. And I don't know where this was. I don't know who these people are. But she put on her best green dress.
Yeah.
And she's all like accusing them, like the B story, she's like accusing them of maybe calling the paps. I don't know. But she and the gays went to Dave's Hot Chicken and just took a bunch of fun photos in the Mojo Dojo Casa house, whatever. You know what I mean?
Like the Ken Malibu house.
They were in their someone's Ken Malibu house. Britney's in like a hideous Charlotte Russe green dress, as always.
You know,
that's classic.
I know.
And did you see the paparazzi photos from that night of them getting dinner?
No.
Okay, we have to pull these up. So we had some paparazzi photos of Britney this weekend that rival like Britney's peak messiness going barefoot into a gas station.
I love a barefoot in a bathroom.
Britney's braless.
Yes.
Wearing an off-the-shoulder fast fashion top, holding a buzz ball.
What's a buzz ball?
It's those little...
No, the liquor balls? Oh, no.
Holding a buzz ball, leaving a Dave's Hot Chicken in Oxnard.
What color buzz ball?
It's blue.
No!
Okay, how do we find this? Britney Spears paparazzi photos, maybe add a Dave's Hot Chicken onto that?
I mean, if that's not a search engine, I don't know what is.
I mean, I'm going to legally change my name to this.
We are Googling Britney Spears Dave's Hot Chicken. I mean...
Let's try this. Yep. Okay, so that Daily Mail, that first picture. Oh, the Sun, those look good. That's my girl.
Wait, is that her right there?
This is from this weekend.
Good for her.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I love a braless moment at a Dave's Hot Chicken.
I'm all about it.
You don't need a bra to eat hot chicken.
Absolutely not.
I can tell you, it actually gets in the way.
You don't need a bra to eat cold chicken.
So this reminds me of a time when Britney was barefoot going to gas stations.
Starbucks.
But I have to remind myself that this isn't the same Britney.
No.
So this is a free Britney. And she's going to be free and she's going to do what she wants. And she's going to come out on the other side of this, dare I say, stronger.
Than yesterday?
Yeah. Dare I say. So I'm rooting for Britney. We're all rooting for Britney.
And then, we have to find out what one of her exes says, Kevin Federline, because we need that opinion, apparently.
You're not going to hear it because Kevin Federline took the kids and moved to Hawaii.
I know.
You're not going to hear it.
But he did say something. He says that he hopes his ex, Britney, can work it out. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. It's so funny how
he's sort of become the neutral, stabilizing, mature figure in the Britney-Kevin triangle. Like the fact that Kevin's come out on the other side of this as a statesman.
As a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never have expected that.
Yeah.
Mr. Papa's Out turned into like Pop of the Year, you know?
Yeah. And who knew that their reality show, Chaotic, would become like their divorce?
Best 6 episodes of my life.
It's so good.
R.I.P. UPN.
But they asked him, they said, what do you think? And he said, I hope they make good decisions and work it out. Either go their separate ways or get back together.
They won't.
What did you think you were going to get from Kevin Federline? But also, when they asked Sam, did you see his official statement on why he got divorced? He said, shit happens.
It was a long post, and in the middle was the phrase, shit happens. It's not really the way I'd refer to a marriage breaking up.
He's sketchy to me. I've always said this. He, even over the weekend, was doing either Snapchat filters or TikTok filters with his hair. And he's like, what's the best paparazzi undercover look I should go for?
He's a fucking loser. I'm sorry. I'm like, really? Here's what I think. All of our little starlets and pop stars, anyone who's single out there, be careful. If you meet Sam Asghari in the club, if you meet him on the set of your next video, don't fall for his tricks. Don't fall for his little sweet nothings he's going to whisper in your ear. He is a gold digger, and he's looking for his next victim. Best believe. Best believe.
Wow, I felt that in my core.
Yeah, well, and you're going to be feeling it when Sam's training you. And he has you doing those planks. You're going to be feeling that in your core.
Well, I feel bad for them because it was a marriage that was 14 months in the making.
I was going to say, it's a marriage that Donatella Versace and Madonna were at for some reason.
Allegedly.
That was the high point of their relationship, was the wedding.
Was the wedding. But even the wedding, it was weird because there was... Of
course it was weird!
Because there were so many people who were like, he's manipulating all of her Instagram posts and he's like... who was recording the videos?
A tripod or Sam.
You think so, yeah. Because there was sometimes you would see his reflection in the window and...
Britney's Instagram posts, we need a PhD, we need a team of researchers, we need the support of like a giant history department at a major university to unpack, uncover. Like her Instagram is a beast unto itself. My favorite quote out of the weekend, speaking of Britney's Instagram, was Britney did an Instagram sort of statement on the breakup. And it was like, long, like nothingness, platitudes, But in the middle, she was like, you might think that my Instagram is perfect. I can't do a good Britney.
No, but that was it. That was pretty good.
She's like, I know you think that my Instagram is perfect. That's more Britney right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we don't, babe. Your Instagram is so far from perfect. Yeah. It's chaotic. It's a hot mess. It's like watching 100 train crashes all at once, every post. She's like, I know it seems like my Instagram is completely perfect.
Yeah, she kind of went like Donald Trump a little bit. It was like the perfect phone call.
The Britney to Donald Trump pipeline.
Yeah. I know.
Britney for president.
It was the most perfect call. It was the perfect response. And she's like, my Instagram is perfect.
It might seem totally perfect.
I know.
Ugh, wait, now that I've got my Britney voice warmed up, can I do my impression of my favorite Britney quote of the past, of really the Sam Asghari years?
Yeah, if this is the podcast to do it, yeah, for sure.
I know I might look skinny as a needle. Do you remember that? She did a post about how she thought that the paparazzi were photoshopping pictures of her, to make her look fatter, which is not true. Yes. She's like, you can tell from this video that I'm skinny as a needle. Skinny as a needle. My favorite. I don't know why I'm like obsessed with Britney saying skinny as a needle. She pronounces needle kind of weird. She's like, needle.
That would be a great shirt too to have.
Skinny as a needle. My gender, my pronouns are skinny and needle.
Skinny needle. Oh, God.
Anywho.
Well, going from Britney Spears, we're going to jump over to another era in pop music. NSYNC has blown up the internet. Hold on. Actually, I just got a breaking news story.
On your Fitbit. There's no screen on that. Well, where's he getting it? Just teasing.
It is an Apple Watch. Hold on. Rihanna secretly welcomes her second baby with A$AP Rocky. Finally. God. She had her Super Bowl baby.
She had 2 babies in 2 years. That's like a Irish Catholic mom.
Yeah, she did it.
I love that.
We don't have a name yet, but yeah, good for her.
I'm so happy for her. If
they name that baby Hillary, I'm leaving.
2 L's.
Yeah. No, 1 L, girl. They're like, our baby was born after a hurricane. It's a typhoon. It needs to be seen. No, but back into it. NSYNC. Are set to release a new song for the upcoming movie Trolls Band Together. A source told Entertainment Tonight.
Isn't it interesting how the power dynamic of NSYNC has really changed in the years since they broke up? Bear with me on this.
Okay.
At the time, obviously, Justin was everything. Like the rest of the band couldn't even hold a candle. Justin. In the past 2 years alone, Justin has been quasi-canceled, had to apologize for things he did like 10 years ago. And I kind of feel like on TikTok, my friends in Gen Z have really come around to JC really being the secret sauce of NSYNC. Like JC was really the lead singer and we never really understood and knew and recognized and appreciated.
We all knew. I knew.
We did know? Okay.
My sister was the biggest NSYNC fan, still is, and her favorite was Lance and JC. JC, you know why? I have 2 words for you. Tara Reid. Tara Reid, remember when JC went solo And he had that song, I was hypnotized. I
love that song.
Can't get enough.
I like that one. I like that one.
Blowing me up with her love. Yes.
Yes.
And Tara Reid was in that video.
Yes.
And that
that's
was
the kiss of death.
Same year that Justin and Janet Jackson had their moment.
Wow.
And all the shift focused on Justin.
It's like sliding doors, kind of.
And JC's solo career was like the curse in Beauty and the Beast when he claws his own face.
They took Justin and Janet took all the air out of the room.
Out of JC. And so everyone was like, JC was ready. I was ready for JC's like solo.
Some girls dance with women.
It was, yeah. So.
Okay, sorry.
No. This is perfect. This is exactly what we're here for. So, over the weekend, Lance and Joey were performing at Epcot Center, and they were doing like a little solo concert. So now everyone's thinking
Lance and Joey alone performing at Epcot.
Yeah.
I'm so depressed. Why would you say that? I'm like all of a sudden devastated.
Which I thought
sentence.
Chris lived in Florida too, but I guess not. I think they were just doing like some random like pop-up,
They were selling churros at the Mexican Pavilion. Let's be honest.
Probably so. Yeah. Lance probably had a little too much mezcal at the Mexican Pavilion. Was like, get me on stage.
He's like, let's go on the Avatar ride, bitches. I'm drunk.
But I mean, we also have Joey Fatone, who's going to be in My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. And everyone's freaking out because now they think that there is going to be some sort of a reunion tour. Now, as someone who did go to the movies recently and see the trailer for Trolls Band Together, they do cover an NSYNC song, and you hear it in the trailer. And I was like,
wait. The Trolls movies aren't about trolls. I'm going to tell you right now, they're about music. Okay. This is a common misconception. Okay. And I really want the listeners to listen to this.
Okay.
The Trolls movies, ostensibly on their surface, are about trolls. They're about little toys. They're about like family, friendship, blah, 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 sparkly belly buttons. Mm-hmm. They're actually about unbelievably killer soundtracks, incredible song choices. Trolls movies are a groovy good time from beginning to end. I am obsessed with the Trolls movies. I always see them in theaters.
Oh.
Yeah. So Band Together is about boy bands. That's sort of like the thematic schemata
and
of
Justin's
the film.
The lead troll, so why not?
He's the worst part, by the way, of the Troll movies.
He's what?
He's the worst part.
Branch.
Sucks.
What's the other troll's name? Bush? Is it Branch and Bush?
Branch, Bush, Pubes, whatever. Propagate, Hillary. I don't know their names. It does not matter. I'm telling you, the Trolls movies are not about plot.
Branch and Bush sounds like a Joanna Gaines, like...
I know, it's like a little
TLC.
Capsule collection at Target.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to Branch and Bush. Mm-hmm. You can buy all of our home items now with wonderful Christian verses that will...
Yeah, turn over the candle with a wood wick and there's a Christian verse on the bottom. Branch and Bush.
It's good.
I love it.
It's going to damn you to hell, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm. It'll be $45.
Yep. Thank you.
This
goes to our mega church. Branch and Bush.
So the Trolls movies, like the plots, the characters, that shit doesn't matter. It is about the music. So I'm excited as a Trolls super fan that Trolls 3 Band Together is about boy bands. Mm-hmm. There's so much good music to mine.
It's going to be fun.
I'm hoping for not just NSYNC, NKOTB, BSB, BB Mac.
Oh, BB Mac.
I
know.
But it probably won't be. But I'm hoping as a Trolls fan. But like, reunion or not in the Trolls movie, you know what?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay, I farted.
That was me crunching a water bottle.
I have to be honest. That was my colostomy bag. Yeah. And it's burst. Do you have a paper towel?
It's like perfect.
It doesn't even matter because what is an NSYNC reunion in a Trolls movie? Who cares? I don't want to see. When I see Joey Fat Ones, Fatone's voice animating some like cutesy troll with a sparkly belly button, that doesn't do much for me. I want the full reunion. I want to see them at the Forum. I want to see them in the flesh.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do too. I want to see like a full-on concert, not just like, holding Ariana Grande up at like Coachella.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember? But like, honestly, I love Trolls. Our buddy Ron Funches is one of the voices in Trolls. But I tell you what, if there is a song that I would love to get waterboarded to go mentally insane.
You would love to get waterboarded.
It would be that, got that sunshine in my pocket. I'm like,
I'm so not here for Justin Timberlake trying to do Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
Like him being like, I'm gonna make a song that's bigger than Happy for my animated movie.
Are you? Yeah.
That song really sucks ass.
That it does. It's so awful.
Big time.
Well, and it's also like one of those songs that like if the kids like it and the adults like it, it's up to no good.
It's bad. It's kids bop energy. But you have to truly trust me. You must watch Trolls 1 and at least the first like 30 minutes and tell me you are not delighted, bewitched, bothered, and bewildered.
Okay, fine.
It's fine.
Challenge accepted.
Okay. There's like mashups and pop music. It's fabulous.
No, I love the like, you know, the pop aspect to it. I like that better than that one weird zoo movie where there was like
Sing.
That one.
Sing is no.
Yeah.
Sing is like the lowest common denominator version of Trolls is for us. We are refined. Our tastes are elevated.
The palette is there.
Trolls is gay coded.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Anyway, get back to me. Tell me what you think.
It's gay coded.
Extremely.
Okay,
extremely.
Good. Hi, man. Branch and Bush. All right. Speaking of coded, this whole backlash of Snow White is happening. We are having another Disney live action remake. And Disney is just not getting it. Like it started with
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
It really started with Cinderella. Kenneth Branagh came in. He's like, let me try a little something.
Okay.
And that is still the best Disney live action remake there was.
I need to see it again.
This is a topic I'm very passionate about.
Okay.
Very. And Disney went from Kenneth Branagh. They're like, what if we made these all way worse, sucked out all the campy joy, and made all the cute animal sidekicks
freaks,
freakily photo-realistic down to the gills and the feathers and the fur? Like, God forbid they put a goofy little cartoon eye on a fish or a warthog. It actually looks like a dirty, gross warthog.
Yeah.
I do not want to see that.
That's Lion King, not Cinderella.
I'm just saying, like, the same stylistic choices have carried throughout all the live action remakes.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, we're both adults. We can admit that these aren't artistic endeavors. They're purely capitalist.
Yeah.
They're Bob Iger looking at the balance sheet being like, theme parks are down. How can we make back our stock price? Oh, we'll just turn the existing animated IP into live action movies and people are stupid enough to come see them. Like, I'm not under the impression that these are supposed to be these like incredible artistic achievements, but I just think they fumbled and flopped so fucking hard on the live actions, especially with casting. I think the casting has been so all over the map.
Over the map.
The only Kenneth Branagh Cinderella side, which I don't personally consider part of the pantheon of the true live action remakes, Little Mermaid was by far my favorite.
Yeah, it was great.
The casting was incredible. Incredible. I loved it top to bottom. Rob Marshall can do no wrong. But I am very, very, very concerned about our remaining live actions. We have Snow White starring Rachel Ziegler, which we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
We have Hercules, directed by Guy Ritchie, who shit the bed so hard on Aladdin, I cannot even tell you.
Oh, Aladdin was awful.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And he's about to do Hercules, which is such a fun one.
Yeah.
And I've heard we are not going to see a Hunchback. They're not doing it.
Which is so great.
I would love for them to.
Yeah.
I think there's like no way tonally that they could like do it and not be dragged. It's just also like not one of the fan favorites. For me, it is.
Right. But it's like a Broadway staple. Like Hunchback on Broadway is incredible.
I didn't even know that existed.
Oh, yeah. There's like a whole like Broadway production of Hunchback.
I've got to bounce.
Yeah.
I've got to fly to JFK.
But like,
yeah, so
they're also doing Moana live action.
Yeah,
which I'm like, it just came out like 5 years ago.
I know. And they're going to keep doing them. And then we're going to go back through all of them. Like, it's just going to last for the rest of our lives on God's green, beautiful, wet earth. But
give me Princess and the Frog. Where's that?
it's coming. I promise you it's coming.
I know. But Rachel Ziegler is playing the lead Snow White in the live action version. I think it's her, Gal Gadot, as the evil queen.
Casting is all wrong. I'm
Really?
already not on board. I think Rachel Ziegler is so amazingly talented. I don't feel that this was the right casting choice.
Okay.
Gal Gadot, so amazingly beautiful, but so Israeli. She's like Oh, my Israeli accent is so bad. She's gonna be like, this apple is like.
Are you the pasta queen?
She's gonna be a little pasta queen. It's like Gal Gadot she gives me kind of.
Who would you cast as the evil queen?
I mean, we've already had Angie do Maleficent,
but
we need someone like Angie-esque, someone with a little bit of darkness. Gal Gadot's a little too like happy, and I don't know. She's like
totally.
Like, okay, who would we do? Who would be evil enough?
Oh, I got it.
Who?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Whitney Cummings. I love CZJ. That's a great suggestion. I really like that. See, now we're in the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Someone with a little edge. Someone with a little bit of gravitas. Mm-hmm.
Because the evil queen was like
evil.
Yeah, well, she was also like gay undertones as well.
Well, all the villains.
She was,
are
yeah. I mean, yeah. So you need something like that.
A little gay. A little campy. Gal Gadot does not give me camp. She doesn't give me evil. She's gonna be over the top. Yeah. I need eyebrows arched.
Yes.
I'm a villain.
Yes, But like, so the Snow White whole story was that the dwarves weren't all dwarves. So everyone kind of got like these hashtag not my dwarves, because that's where we're at now.
Peter Dinklage stepped in at one point.
As he should. And it was a small step, but at least he stepped in, Yeah. So she's already facing backlash because now she's saying that, I guess in an interview, she was saying that it's not a love story they're going for. It's all going to be like female empowerment.
She's unfortunately taken it upon herself to address what she thinks is like everyone's salivating for her take on whether or not Snow White is woke.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, thank God I'm here to reassure my fans that Snow White isn't just going to be rescued by a prince. She's going to do the rescuing.
Yeah.
And then it didn't stop there.
Oh, yeah. No, she says it's no longer 1937. We wrote a Snow White that she's not going to be saved by the prince. She's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's going to be dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. Did I miss Snow White?
You don't win with the whitewashed, Disney, wokeified girl boss take. And Disney's never going to learn this. They're like, God forbid we adapt this beloved IP. We have to run it through the girl boss washing machine of like gobbledygook, feminist aphorisms and platitudes. And it just falls fucking flat. Woke people don't like it. Fucking Marjorie Taylor, bumfuck, Red State doesn't like it.
Yeah.
It's for no one. It means nothing. I hate it so much. The worst case of all of this was in the Beauty and the Beast live action, when for no reason, they made it that Belle invented the washing machine. Do you remember this? It was like part of the exposition in the first 5 minutes of the movie. She's like, I wish there was a way I could wash my clothes faster. And she like rigs up with a barrel and like a pulley a washing machine.
Oh, right. Oh, I thought you were talking about when she gets to the castle. And I'm like, that's not a washing machine. That's my friend Steve.
Pre-castle. They shove in this idea that she's
just fisting some washing machine
16th century France invented a washing machine in between reading her little books. It was so unnecessary, so forced. I hate it so much.
She's an inventor, just like her dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here we go. Of course, it's like, she's not going to be your grandma Snow White. It's like, what would be so bad if she were?
Yeah.
Whoa, imagine.
But also she even says like, when I was a kid, I was frightened by the original film. It was scary. I'm like, yeah, it was scary.
So Gen Z.
They have the dark ride at Disneyland. It was terrifying.
It's terrifying. I'm not saying anything she said was untrue.
Right.
I'm saying that, here's what I think. I think that people in general need to learn when to shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this would be a perfect moment for Rachel Ziegler to be like, I made my bag. I'm a Disney princess. Maybe it would serve me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And not say shit that's going to get me dragged across the coals by Gen Z on TikTok. Like, babe, save it for the press tour. We're more than a year out from the movie coming out, and everyone hates it.
And nobody wants to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I totally agree with you on that, because it's just like, what are you doing? She even said something about like, it's not going to be a love story with Prince Charming. Who knows? Maybe even Prince Charming will get cut out of the film. And I'm like, what are you doing?
You
were discovered. You were discovered to play Maria by Steven Spielberg, and now you're just ruining your entire career.
I'm not saying women in general should shut the fuck up. I'm not saying even Rachel Ziegler needs to
I'm not getting that at all.
I'm saying in this instance, when we're so far out from the movie coming out, shut the fuck up. just don't talk and you will be so much happier you did.
Maybe they can make that a song where she's in the wishing well and she's like, shut the fuck up. Like that would
a
be.
A little bird lands on her finger. It's like,
shut the fuck up.
Subtitle, shut the fuck up.
One day I'll shut the fuck up. Yeah, that would be great.
Wait a second. Why were you not cast?
Well, you do Britney, I do Snow White.
The vocals you just gave me were multi-octave. You're like perfect pitch. I think you're perfect pitch.
Thank you so much.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. You know who's not perfect pitch? Jennifer Lopez. Here we go.
She's not. She needs a couple $100,000 of like auto-tune technology to get her there.
How did Jennifer Lopez not like try out for the Evil Queen? Because
that would have been great.
She does hate Virgos, as we all know. But yesterday marked her 1-year anniversary with Ben Affleck after they got married in Georgia on August 20th, 2022. Do you remember?
Say it like it's your 9/11.
Well,
the way you just pulled that date and like looked at me and was like, never forget.
I'll never forget it. Because Jennifer Lopez got married in Georgia, and I was like, how does this not
Georgia?
I don't know. Haunted.
She wanted Candy Burris to be there.
Probably.
Yeah, I bet you every housewife was there.
But this is my favorite thing in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Producer Lance sent this over, and he
shout out. We love Lance.
And I was like, what is this? Because honestly, I don't give a rat's ass about J-Lo or Ben Affleck, but here we are.
Liar.
I know. It's my truth. She shared a picture of their wedding anniversary ceremony that showed a grinning Ben Affleck. Was he though?
He probably had just a fat hit of the vape right before the photo was.
She's just stabbing him. That's my watch. She goes off and I turn her off and then she comes back on again. She's like, I want to be a part of this conversation.
I can hear her.
So here's the post. She wrote it. Ben Affleck's happy, if teary, J-Lo in his arms. And she captioned this which could be the lyrics to her next song as well. Now, I'm going to read this as a dramatic reading, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This was the caption. 1 year ago today. Dear Ben, sitting here alone, looking at my ring, feeling overwhelmed. It makes me wanna sing. How did we end up here without a rewind? Oh my, this is life. This is my life. Jennifer. People were saying this is too sweet. I love you guys. It gives me hope. Really? 8th time's the charm. J-Lo gives you hope.
Here's what I'm saying. This poem is somewhere between a haiku, a limerick, and like iambic septameter. It like follows no consistent rules. It doesn't. There's half rhymes, there's slant rhymes. Like for me, it's all about consistency. It's like, give me a haiku. Give me something I can wrap my head around. Don't give me this slam poetry, stream of consciousness, only one rhyme to be seen, sort of mishmash of nothingness. It kind of felt flat.
What? It got her looking at her ring, you know?
And it makes her wanna
sing.
Yeah. And that's the only rhyme.
No.
And then it's like, this is my life.
But it's also like, isn't that like a line from one of her songs anyways?
Here,
in the Bling Bling, didn't she have something like...
That's kind of an easy one for J-Lo.
I know, it really is.
That's at the level she can...
Yeah.
But here's some ideas. Maybe she could have been like, seeing your Phoenix back tat...
Sure.
...makes me want to tap that.
I mean, if there was ever poetry...
Let me think of another one. Hold on.
Watching you roll those eyes at a Dunkin'... I haven't had sex with you because those balls are funkin'.
That's really good.
Okay.
Seeing you take a fat hit of that vape. Oh no, I'm only getting one
Makes
word,
me
guys.
never wanna escape.
There you go. That's really nice. That's really nice. Wow.
If J-Lo needs a ghostwriter.
We are available. And I am on strike, and I will take literally anything she can offer.
You're not on strike. You're on strike.
I'm on strike. Are the photos beautiful? Yes. Is she wearing 2 completely different gowns in both photos? Yes. And I love it.
Yeah.
Gowns, beautiful gowns.
I mean, good for her. Well, here's to year 2. Stay strong, J-Lo.
Here's to year 2. No one makes me happier than you. It's so easy.
No, it's not. J-Lo's lyrics are really hard.
Do you subscribe, by the way, to her Patreon on The Real?
I'd rather take a bath with a toaster.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm surprised that she put that up for free because usually she puts those juicy updates behind a paywall.
What?
J-Lo,
she put that shit on a paywall?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised she put that on Instagram because J-Lo's very into the paywall these days. You didn't know this?
No.
She has her own Patreon. It's like onthereal.com or something, and she makes people pay.
Don't pay for that.
Isn't that sad? When A-listers make a Patreon, that's low.
Mm-hmm.
That is so low to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can do better. You're not like a cook. You're not Allison Roman or something putting out your little newsletter. You're J-Lo.
Yeah, but you know what? People need to pay for paywalls. Like, don't be subscribing to A-listers. Do it the old-fashioned way. Catfish people. This next story is so much fun. I love it. I mean, this woman thought she was in a relationship.
Oh my God.
Did you see this story? With the Stranger Things actor Dacre Montgomery, who played.
Bless you.
I know. Did you watch Stranger Things?
I mean, like half of
So he
season
played
one,
Billy,
when it was
like
relevant.
the hot lifeguard that all the moms wanted to have sex with.
Oh yes, he was like the hot guy that was introduced in like season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know who this is.
He had the mullet with the mustache
He's
and
hot.
the muscles. Yes,
he looks like he smells bad. He's hot.
And she thought she was in a relationship with this guy, and she sent this scammer $10,000 and left her husband to go be with this catfish person.
Rule number 1.
So I know the woman who was fooled into thinking she was in a secret online relationship with Dacre Montgomery sent the guy $10,000 and divorced her husband to be with him. Makala, I think that's all we know her as, a single mother from Kentucky, spent over a year believing she was exchanging romantic messages, who played Billy Hargrove in Stranger Things, the actor. The amateur actress and filmmaker was willing to do almost anything to be with him, despite never meeting him in person or even talking to him on the phone.
Oh.
Look at her.
Oh,
I know.
sweet
It's always
woman.
sad when they look like a foot, you know?
That's cruel defeat, what you just
Yeah,
said.
I know.
That was a bit of a dig on feet.
But like whenever it's like a foot person, you're just kind of like, shit, you're rooting for them.
Here's the thing. I'm always rooting for women.
Yeah.
I uplift woman.
Mm-hmm.
I uplift women. Yes, all women. Believe all women. # no woman, no cry.
Yeah.
But I think we need to go over the basic rules of catfishing.
Okay.
Like, what's her name? Michaela?
You already forgot.
Here's the thing, babe. In the year of our Lord 2023, how are you falling for this catfish?
I know.
He didn't even give her the dignity of using an AI. He could have put on a Snapchat AI filter in 2 seconds and been like, hey, baby, thinking about you. Wire me the 10,000.
But also,
no video chat.
No video chat.
No phone call even. Usually
None.
they do the phone call.
Yeah. FaceTime.
And if all of that is true and then they ask you for money, that's when the red flag should be going off, sweet thing.
I got catfished once, which was, several times. But the last one that I got catfished was years ago. And it was so good because I knew right off the bat that it was a catfish. And so I played along.
You're like, yes, I did wire him $20,000, but I knew.
That's why I'm doing a podcast now. No, but it was like this guy, he was like so hot and he was like, oh yeah, I'm in the Beverly Hills Police Department. And I'm like, then why are you wearing a New York City badge?
Your first clue. Okay,
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes.
So then played into it a little more, would never FaceTime, would never all that. So I was like, red flag. Then he's like, oh babe, we were supposed to meet up. I'm like, let's meet up. He's like totally down for it.
You name the time.
Then he was like, I have to go to this emergency meeting in Dubai.
I know. Catfishes have so many emergencies.
Yeah.
Every minute they're like, car accident, this person died, I have to go to this city for a business trip. Catfishes are like, their fake life is so busy and emergency filled.
I know. Catfish problems are apparently
very
real
intense.
or not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Real or not, they're intense.
But had to go to Dubai from the Beverly Hills Police Department, had to go to an emergency training course in Dubai.
Oh, of course.
I'm on a hike the next day. This catfish, WhatsApp.
Always another
If anything begins with WhatsApp, you guys, out.
Unless it's my Persian aunt DMing me a meme.
So he's
it shouldn't be on WhatsApp.
He's like, babe, guess what happened? I was at dinner with my friends and my wallet fell out. And can you please wire me some money? And I'm like, no.
Catfishes are so accident prone too.
So clumsy.
They're
I hate
so
a clumsy catfish.
They're like, I lost my phone, my wallet fell out, all my money got drained. Like, they're just so unlucky, these catfishes.
And he was asking me, someone he's never met before, if I would help him. I'm like, what about your buddies who were at dinner with you?
I'm also literally obsessed with the idea that this woman thought that an actor from Stranger Things, one of the biggest hit shows on Netflix that is making truly at least $100,000 an episode, if not more. I don't know. I just made that number up. Needed $10,000 from her.
From her.
Like, I am so
from
obsessed
a Kentucky Dave's Hot Chicken employee.
I'm obsessed with like the Kentucky logic of her being like, yeah, he is probably worth $5 million, but he needs my $10,000. And no, he cannot call or FaceTime me about this, but I'm going to send it to him. It is sad.
Wait, you've also left out the fact that she divorced her husband.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that.
Or I don't know if she divorced him. She left him. She left her husband because Dacre Montgomery was talking to her on the phone.
He didn't talk to her on the phone.
No, there was no Dacre Montgomery. This bitch was in the upside down from the get-go.
She was deep in the upside down.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Where's Winona Ryder like stringing up the lights and it's spelling out, he is a catfish?
Well, yeah, seriously.
I know.
I mean, and yeah.
Stranger Things is so like everything that comes out of that show, it just repulses me. This catfish story, Millie Montgomery Brown or whatever her name is.
Not Millie Montgomery Brown.
What's her name?
That is Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Married to a Bon Jovi. She's married.
Bon Jovi's son.
She's married to a Bon Anchovy. There's what else is happening there? I mean, there's the cute little one, Will. He's gay now.
Noah Galvin.
That's
is
cute.
it Noah Galvin? No, it's not Noah Galvin. It's Noah someone else. Yeah,
I think maybe
Noah Galvin's Ben Platt's partner. I think.
Now you got me
I
distracted.
know.
About Ben
Noah
Platt.
Schnapp.
Noah Schnapp. Noah Schnapp. Noah Schnapp.
Is it? Am I right?
You're
am I
right,
still
you're
valid
right.
in pop culture?
Noah Schnapp.
Noah Schnapp. Yes. Okay.
Schnaps for you.
Oh, I know my Noahs.
Schnaps all around. This is me after the
Of course
J-Lo
he's gay. He's named after Schnaps.
There you go. I don't know. Like Stranger Things is a universe. Oh, and don't get me started on Gaten Matazzaro.
Who?
The guy with the. Yeah. He's in every minute I turn around, he's in Old Navy commercials.
Yeah.
Now he's
working.
in Sweeney Todd on Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
It's all over the place over at Stranger Things. Everything's upside down over there.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Well,
but
I'm sad to hear you've been catfished.
No, it was fun. It was one of the best times of my life because I knew what it was. I knew what was happening. I was not a Kentucky woman, outside of a Cracker Barrel in a rocking chair, leaving my husband and sending a complete stranger $10,000. But I could have been.
Yeah. And I haven't properly been catfished, but one time I went on a date with a guy that I met online, and in person he had a lazy eye and he didn't really showcase that in his photos. So to me, that was more of a light catfish.
What do you mean in a showcase? Like, was he supposed to be behind a fern?
In the photos, he was always at an angle. He was showcasing the strong eye.
And then you met him in person, you're like, goo!
It was lazy. We had some laziness going on in one of the sockets. So that's my closest to being catfished.
That's okay.
But it's not like
you weren't catfished, you were koi fished.
And then I gave him $50,000.
Yeah. To fix his eye.
He asked for it.
Well, here's someone who's not tired of the way she looks. Charlize Theron.
Oh my God, we're blazing through these topics.
I know, isn't it fun? It's what we do here. So she got online, I believe, or no, she told Allure magazine that people are thinking that she had a facelift.
Allure magazine shut down. Sorry.
Was that Allure's being shut down?
Allure, I thought was shut down, but continue.
Oh, yeah. Well,
they're still doing interviews. I love it.
Charlize is pissed because people are saying that she had a facelift. And she's like, people are always commenting on her social media posts and they're like, what'd she do to her face? And Charlize clapped back with, bitch, I'm just aging. It doesn't mean I got bad plastic surgery. This is just what happens. So, yeah, she is living in her truth.
Beautiful woman is complaining.
Look at her.
About the way she looks. Bitch, I hate you.
Theron added she loathes the double standard that men kind of age like fine wine and women like cut flowers.
She's gorgeous.
I know.
And she's definitely had work done.
See,
I'm sorry. Looking at this photo, I am team commentator.
Do you know what sucks? I'm going to go back. If she had not done the Huntsman, Charlize for the Evil Queen in the Snow White remake.
That would have been way better.
But she's already played her.
She blew her wad. Yeah, she did it too early. Here's the thing.
We just bash her on that. We're like, you look great.
Yeah,
but
your facelift's insane. But why did you do that movie? What were you thinking? I am of the opinion that everyone in Hollywood has a secret facelift. Nothing she could say or whine about in Allure, which again, I'm 95% sure is not publishing new magazines.
Sure.
Nothing she could say will ever convince me that that's not the case. It's almost like the lady doth protest too much. Why are you even talking about it?
Wait, the what?
It's the lady doth protest too much.
Oh, lady doth protest.
Like, why are you even talking about it? No one even asked, like, why are we talking about facelifts all of a sudden? You've had a facelift.
You know what my favorite thing is though, whenever I do these videos and stuff that come out on YouTube, people are always like, he's had too much work done. What's he done to his face? And I'm like, I look like this. Don't look at me.
Can I just tell...
I'm auditioning for Quasimodo in the live-action reboot.
Can I just tell the listeners, I can see the back of Justin's head right now, and it is all paper clips and binder clips. He's been pulled.
Staples and stitches.
There's all, from here back, there's a lot
bush and branches.
Bush and branches.
Bush and
staples.
Yeah. Could you
tape,
imagine? Just
stickers.
Curtain clamps.
You do not want to see behind him. He's pulled very tight.
Our next story.
I'm surprised you can even move your arms. It's so tight back there.
That's so gross, but I'm here for it. Just stitches and staples. Ugh.
I mean, there's just, look, maybe it's not a facelift. Maybe she got a mini. I'm not saying she's had a deep, plain, full facelift, but there's been something.
Yeah.
You're telling me when everyone has one. Talk about J-Lo. J-Lo's had a secret facelift. Everybody knows that. And I just hate the lies. I hate the lies. I haven't gotten Botox done. I've only had a few injectables. Shut up. You're lying. Just be open, be honest.
Oh, I mean that you just said everything the Kardashians say on like every day ending in Y. They're like, no, this is how I look.
I know.
We have eyes.
I know.
And the internet.
They're like, no, I didn't look like Jafar 8 years ago. I swear.
The Guy Ritchie version.
I love my Kardashians, and they're starting to be a little more open about plastic surgery, which I really do appreciate. Like a little bit, baby steps. But what do you think? Do you think Charlize has had anything done?
I mean, if anything, I think it's a little Botox.
Mm-hmm. She looks wonderful.
She looks great.
Are you, what? I feel like I saw someone shaking their head back there.
She looks great. I mean, yeah, she's
fabulous. Who
fantastic.
cares what you've had done?
I love that she's clapping back.
I don't care if you've got your fucking finger skin sewed on the inside of your mouth. Like, I don't care. Just be honest about it.
Absolutely. I get it.
That's how I feel.
Well, if you thought people
Is this real?
Yes, girl.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know. This is a story.
Oh my God, I'm taking a picture of it like a grandma. I didn't know that was real.
This story is fun because snack foods and beverages are really having a hard time this summer. We had Bud Light. We've had, what else has been
canceled
or M&M's.
M&M's had a bad moment.
Had a lot of heat. Well, now conservatives are accusing Kellogg's of sexualizing its products by selling RuPaul Cheez Its.
Yes!
RuPaul Cheez Its.
Puts the house
Cancel
down.
your culture.
Woo!
RuPaul Cheez Its.
Why
May the
you?
Cheez It win.
I love that. Cheez Its, ladies and crackers, start your engines.
Start your engines, and may the best Cheez It win. So the far-right organization America First Legal,
not real, never heard of it.
Founded by former Donald Trump advisor Stephen Miller,
Don't crawl back in the hole you came from,
full
swamp thing.
lizard person, filed a complaint against the Kellogg's Food Company for supporting employment diversity, and then went on a tirade on Twitter. X,
please.
Saying that Kellogg's tried to politicize and sexualize its products to advance an extreme social agenda.
And you know what? I bet he's never even watched a full episode of Drag Race.
Oh, absolutely not. He is a full bush of like...
Watch All-Star Season 2 and get back to me, Miss Stephen Miller.
Thank you. Full bush of Daddy Long Legs as pubes. Full. The letter doesn't cite any instances of paying men less for equal work or refusing to hire white employees, and instead focuses on some of the company's diversity initiatives, which include a development program for racially underrepresented talent and its Chief in Residence program, which is a fellowship for Black chefs.
Love that.
So this is what they're saying. They put RuPaul on a box of Cheez-Its, and everyone lost their shit.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
It's like I'm living for the serve of RuPaul on a box of Cheez-Its.
I would love that. You know what I would buy? Cheez-Its. If I saw RuPaul and I'm going to have RuPaul's Cheez-Its.
Like, wake up.
Drag Race is fracking delicious.
They're going to be very fracking delicious. I have spent my entire strike watching every season of RuPaul's Drag Race. That's kind of been like my main activity.
Yeah.
And it's like if Stephen Miller even took a second from his lizard agenda to watch one episode, he would see that it's so joyful. It's very apolitical.
Yeah.
It's actually just about love and acceptance.
And
it's
getting people to vote.
Yes. Come on.
I mean, America.
It's not extreme. It's not overly political. There's nothing about it that's controversial. It's just fun.
Yeah. This is what's so funny because this is what they said. Kellogg's is yet another big corporation that will break the law and hurt its shareholders' interest to serve the twisted woke ideology of its officers and directors like Disney, Budweiser, Target. Kellogg's management has shown nothing but contempt and disdain for American families and American workers. I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, it's so embarrassing.
Look,
Wait, will you scroll up for a second?
Yeah.
Their first tweet has like 200 likes.
I know.
This is just really sad. Like,
yeah.
She wishes she could be as big, as fabulous, as wonderful as RuPaul. This is just desperately trying to get attention to their weird little fake legal company.
Yeah, this is not going to get you on the judges panel.
I know, you wish, but that spot was taken by Beth Ditto. Sorry.
But also like, we're sexual. Oh,
Charlie
Beth Ditto.
XCX is doing that spot next season. Stephen Miller wishes he could be on the panel.
Absolutely.
He wishes he could get made over in a makeover challenge.
Well, somebody needs to. They'd have to peel off his exoskeleton first.
I know.
But yeah, they made a Together Pride cereal.
Fun. Look at all those gay mascots.
Which are just Fruit Loops in the shape of hearts. And people were like, not my cereal.
I know. People are so mad these days about gay people.
But look, no one's saying shit about Snooki on the box.
Oh, I have to take a picture of that.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Okay.
Snooki is also on the Cheez Its box.
Don't get mad about RuPaul.
Exactly.
If you got mad about Snooki, I could get behind that.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
But if I see RuPaul in a Cheez Its box, I'm going to be like, oh, they're lightly toasted. They're going to be good. Cheez Its with Snooki on it, they've been soaked in Everclear and smell like shoes.
That's right. They're Jersey trash.
Yeah. No one's saying shit about Snooki on a Cheez Its box.
Why? What? Who gave Snooki the right to be on a Cheez Its box?
See, where's the real outrage?
Is this 2007?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Why is it those two celebrities? RuPaul is a national icon, incredibly popular, Emmy-winning television host, relevant now as ever. Snooki is like, I thought she died under the Jersey Shore.
No.
I thought she was buried, like, gone, long, gone, and dusted.
No, Snooki is that, like, Furby that popped out of Gizmo's back in Gremlins.
Okay.
But, like, grown up, fed after midnight, and let loose in the wild.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Stephen Miller, why are you gagging so? She bring it to the ball every time.
When you're so irritated by something, what does it really say about you?
He's desperate to talk. Desperate to talk. If Stephen Miller...
Just at home, lock the bathroom with gaff tape.
You know he's trying.
One day. Oh, well, we got time for a couple more stories.
Where do I get my RuPaul Cheez-Its?
I know. Where do we get RuPaul's Cheez-Its? Can somebody please send the studio some RuPaul's Cheez-Its, please? I would love that. But going from food, we have some really fun brands. 17 celebrities who own food brands. You have one of them as well. That you had no idea had food brands.
I know a lot of these probably.
You do?
Yeah, because celebrities are obviously so desperate for ancillary sources of income.
Better that than a paywall. You know?
And people are just so desperate to get that passive income. That's the name of the game in 2023.
They're just attached to it and get those royalties.
That's right. And it's the market is so crowded. And now I think there's a lot of burnout I've heard on celebrity-owned brands. Like someone on the inside told me that Sephora will not take any more X pitches for celebrity beauty brands because the consumer's a little oversaturated and over it at this point.
Well, like Fenty, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga.
We're kind of past the main push, and now a celebrity on a brand is sort of a red flag to consumers.
X. I see what you're saying. Like so-and-so X.
I'm saying Sephora. I'm like, Sephora's not hearing those pitches anymore. So I'm just saying, trend-wise, we're going away from a celebrity being the face of a brand. So like, this doesn't surprise me. This is now a secret shareholding. Like I know, have you ever seen those frozen pizza balls I think they're called Snow Days?
No.
They're like pizza pierogies.
I've had them.
Guess who owns it secretly?
Who?
Or is a big shareholder? Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, but they're like little tiny little Hot Pockets.
Yeah, but you had no idea that ScarJo was involved because now the days, like 10 years ago, ScarJo's face would be on that box front and center and be like ScarJo's Pizza Pockets.
Oh, I don't want ScarJo's Pizza Pockets.
See, consumers don't want, I don't want to know.
I would like a Scarlett Johansson as her face on an actual pizza box, though. That could be fun.
Yeah, I'd be into that for sure. Okay, but I want to hear some more of these.
Sure.
I'm very curious.
So we have Jay-Z, who's partnered with Partake Foods.
I wonder what that really means. Like, he probably just invested and has a bunch of equity.
I don't know what it is.
He invested.
It's a Black-owned enterprise that advocates for Black entrepreneurship as well as food security for children living with food allergies or in more danger of developing them. Okay.
He's an investor.
That's cute.
I mean, Jay-Z's a fucking businessman. He invests in everything. I know this one. I know Beyonce.
Beyonce and Lemon Perfect.
She's invested. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. We've also
Which
got...
is delicious, by the way.
Lemon Perfect is good?
Really good.
Okay, I'll have to try that. Jennifer Garner and Once Upon a Farm.
This one we knew. Now, this one was genius. Jennifer Garner really saw such a white space. That's industry term for a category that like hasn't been done yet of really high quality squeezy baby food.
Oh, is it baby food? Because it looks like baby food.
It is baby food.
Okay, yeah.
And it's moms love this shit. Moms are obsessed, goo goo gaga for Once Upon a Farm.
Okay, well, that's good. I like it. It's like healthy for your baby. It's like coming for Gerber, right?
Yeah.
Zac Efron and Kodiak Cakes.
I've been wondering about this one. He talks about them a lot.
I love Kodiak Cakes. They're so good.
Well,
and so quick to make. I made Kodiak pancakes yesterday during the hurricane that changed my life.
Thank you, Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that a lot of these brands do is they make a fake title for a celebrity, like CCO, Chief Creative Officer, or like Chief Taste Officer. You know how they always do those like cheeky little titles?
Yeah, and to make them feel better.
Yeah, and they just pay a celebrity a bunch of money to be like the de facto face of their brand and probably throw them a couple shares of equity. But we're not talking like Zac Efron owns Kodiak.
No, it's just he's attached to it.
Yeah, and you know what? In this economy, you better.
Yeah.
You better work.
What's the one you have?
I co-founded a tinned fish brand called Fishwife. It's very big with foodies, and I'm just gonna guess. I'm assuming you're not really into tinned fish, like sardines, smoked tuna.
I like sardines in my Caesar salad.
Oh, that's really impressive. Most people, because tinned fish is really hit or miss. I find
there's a restaurant on the street that's tinned fish.
Salty Girl. We have a collaboration with Salty Girl, and we're served in Salty Girl. So tinned fish started during the pandemic. And tinned fish, we were like, why? I'm obsessed with tinned fish, have always been.
Why?
I think it's a timeless, incredibly healthy, convenient food that our generation sort of associated with like grandmas in the Great Depression.
It's very depression. It's giving depression.
It's giving depression and it sort of has that baggage with it. But we were like, what if we reimagined the category and made it cool to young people?
Like anchovies, sardines.
You got it. A lot
mackerel.
This is our new product, our slow smoked mackerel with chili flakes. And it's cool. The packaging is sexy. It's really taken on and has a whole foothold with millennials and Gen Z. We have like a huge TikTok and social media following. And we've sort of like spearheaded this tinned fish renaissance. I didn't just make that up. I'm not crazy. It's a real thing.
A tinned fish renaissance.
A tinned fish renaissance. And yeah, we're in Whole Foods. You can find us in 1 million stores.
You're in Whole Foods?
Yes, bitch!
Oh my God, wow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not like a crazy person who's selling tinned fish out of the back of her Kia Sorrento.
No,
this is a real brand.
That's just Angeline on Santa Monica Boulevard.
True, that's Snooki. That's Snooki with Cheez It.
Wait, so where does the fish come from?
All kinds of places.
And you just like
I just head down to Zuma Beach with a net.
Yeah, I'm like, is that what you do? You're like,
I go to Zuma with a net and I bring some empty cans. I scoop it up and shove it in the can. No, we work with these amazing sustainable fisheries. Like our salmon is from the only really sustainable, healthy, incredible salmon fishery in the Arctic, excuse me. It's like incredible stuff. You can learn about it more on the cans. Go to our website.
I'm going to go to Whole Foods after this.
Yeah, we sell some of our SKUs at Whole Foods, not all the SKUs, but it's all really good.
So what makes it better than what makes
There's no
fish?
comparison. Once you have this, it's sustainable, it's traceable, it's like ethically sourced and also tastes so good. Like our smoked salmon, our smoked tuna, and our smoked trout, the red, pink, and green. They're smoked. They're delicious. They have so much flavor. I eat them out of the can like it's cat food.
Okay.
That's my personal way of doing it. But you can go to our recipes page and we have the most incredible, beautiful recipes. Like, you will not believe what we're doing with this tinned fish.
Okay. Look it up. Fishwife.com.
Eatfishwife.com.
Eatfishwife.com.
I bet you didn't see this coming.
What?
Talking about tinned fish.
No, I had no idea. And it's crazy because I was a skeptic.
I could sense it.
Because I was like, oh, I love seafood. I love raw oysters. I love all of that. But I was like, oh, it's tin can fish.
I could sense your skepticism, but it did not
But
deter
now
me.
you've like opened me up to a whole like
We've been in New York
tin.
Times.
Okay.
And Vogue. Don't get it twisted.
Not a lure.
No, we haven't.
Okay, this story.
Okay, moving on.
This story is setting the internet on fire. This woman, 29, she reveals that she made her husband shield his eyes during every nude scene in the film Oppenheimer after he left her suffering from, quote, betrayal trauma by secretly watching porn.
Not a thing.
Yes. So a woman has revealed that she made her husband shield his eyes.
Well, she's from West Virginia.
Well, right.
So let's just say that.
I know. She's from West Virginia. Jordan Kerr from West Virginia has candidly taken to TikTok, set the internet on fire. Over the weekend, I saw this on Twitter/X. I saw this on TikTok. To divulge how she researched the blockbuster ahead of time in order to, quote, have a game plan with her partner. So she goes on to say that she's a photographer. She made him shut his eyes and rest his head on her shoulder during the film's sex scenes featuring Florence Pugh.
It's just so misguided to me on every level that she thinks that she would prevent her partner from watching porn by physically shielding his eyes and making him like not ever see a naked woman again.
Yeah.
Like, babe, you know that's going to backfire. You
Absolutely.
know, he's secretly like any minute she's cooking mac and cheese or like in the other room, he's running to the bathroom, loading up YouPorn, searching out the nastiest,
crunchy socks,
fucked up shit you could ever imagine, and jacking off into the toilet every chance he gets. Like, this chick is so fucking delusional. It's like, this is human nature. When you tell someone not to do something, what do?
Do it.
They do it, and they do it harder and worse than you could have ever imagined.
Yeah, obviously. And also, she spoke to him about suffering from trauma after she found out that her husband of 9 years had watched porn. So had in the past or continues to watch, but said that he has since been, wait for it, 10 months sober.
Okay, I have a couple things here.
Go for it.
First of all, we need to talk about the word trauma and what is actually trauma and what isn't. And I know Gen Z is going to be up my ass for this.
Well, she's 29, Sam Asghari age.
Okay, so she might be a millennial. You might be a millennial when you use trauma when you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Trauma to me is not your husband watched porn. That's just not trauma.
That's just called Thursday.
It might be her trauma, but it's not trauma.
Right.
Trauma is like Vietnam vets.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I don't
abuse.
want
Violence.
Trauma. I am so over people valor stealing actual trauma and being a victim when they really aren't. So that's my number one thing.
I get it.
And number two, same conversation around the word sober. Do we use sober in relation to things that aren't drugs, alcohol, or addiction?
No.
Like, can one be sober from porn?
No.
That doesn't quite ring true for me.
I don't think sobriety, I think people are saying that, yes, if you're addicted to something, to come off of it makes it, you can be sober or sobriety.
Porn addiction is real. I'm not saying porn addiction isn't real.
Porn addiction's totally real.
Terry Crews suffered from it.
Love Terry.
Love.
But I get a porn addiction, but also it's like, how did you find out said porn addiction? Was your love life in the bedroom affected by it? Whatever. But this is just a little too much for me because actually, like, as a grown adult couple going into a movie, knowing there is what do you think your husband's going to whip his dong out and beat off in the Oppenheimer film? Is that why?
No. And what do you think he's going to see? Cillian Murphy's.
Cillian, yeah.
How do you say it? Because I always
Cillian. I think it's Cillian Murphy.
Okay. I always get corrected. So we'll say Cillian. You think he's going to get triggered by Cillian Murphy's pasty 95-pound white ass pumping into Florence Pugh?
Keep going.
Like, it's Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
We're not talking about X-rated gangbang porn.
Yeah.
With like rim shots and cum shots.
I mean, exactly. So, you're getting into like a nuclear war movie. It's like, but this is the thing that I love. She says she's heard about the movie. We wanted to see it. It had an amazing rating. We prepared ourselves. I didn't know when the scene was going to happen. And I hope it didn't just start the movie. Just like, it's like, whoa. We need some backstory here.
Wouldn't know, haven't seen it.
She didn't understand how the scene was happening. I thought it was just several minutes straight of Jordan mouths the word sex in the TikTok video rather than verbalizing it before continuing her TikTok. But it wasn't. It was actually broken up into like, it would be a flash of that, and then it would be a flash of normal life, and then it would be a flash of the scene. It was very back and forth, so it was really difficult to avoid. She said that she and her husband talk about everything and form a, quote, game plan everywhere they go, including concerts and events. She then went on to say, so essentially what we did was when the scene came up, when things were happening, he literally closed his eyes and laid his head on my shoulder, and then I would just let him know when it was over.
This is what you do with an 8-year-old when you watch a PG-13 movie.
This is your husband. This is a grown man.
This is like what my mom did when I watched Jurassic Park. She covered my eyes when the dinosaurs came out. This poor man.
Poor man, whipped.
This poor man is so whipped.
Mm-hmm.
Whipped. He's self-tucking. It's like tucked.
He's self-tucking.
It's tucked from the emasculation.
Mm-hmm.
But
also, when they get home, immediately running to said bathroom, locking the door, and watching the Oppenheimer porn version of Oppenheimer.
That's right.
Called Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. It's
or Oppenheimen.
Oh, God, you're good.
Thanks.
God, side career.
Mm-hmm.
Really well done.
I come up with porn titles.
I like that.
Yeah, so he's like, the movie was good, but have you seen the porn?
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
I feel very bad for this man, and I think you should have this woman as a guest on the podcast.
Really?
Imagine just how fun it would be to see her keep going, sex. She can't even say sex?
Yeah.
Sex is not a bad word.
Well, and also, if you really want to humiliate your partner, get on TikTok and tell the world this story.
I know.
God. He was probably like, yeah, we're just going to go to a movie. We had that talk, remember? I'll just like cover my eyes, And then she's like, let me tell you all about it on TikTok.
Do you think she's Christian, Mormon, born again, Pentecostal? Like, what creepy vibe are you getting? Religious?
West Virginia, probably Southern Baptist.
Yikes.
But has a septum piercing.
Now that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now that throws me all out of sorts. She's a septum piercing?
Yeah, look at her. She's up here at the...
Girls with septum piercings?
See?
Ooh. I thought girls with septum piercings love sex. You learn something new every day.
Every day. Look at her.
Oh my God, look at that little septum piercing.
Yeah, he's got dark eyes. I don't trust him. He's got a secret.
He's got a bit of a creepy... Look at him. This man watches depraved porn secretly.
Yeah, it's not even good porn. You can tell what porn he's watching just by that smile.
It's creepy, like massages gone wrong.
Yeah.
Teacher, student, stepmom. He loves
a stepmom.
He loves a stepmom.
With septum piercings.
Ooh, his like creepy little mustache.
Mm-hmm.
That mustache
but
screams.
This woman's marriage is over, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's going to be teased at work.
Yeah.
Like all his buddies are going to be like, you pussy. Like no one's inviting him
to the cookout,
for beer or tinned fish. So it is just not happening.
Well, I'll just say open invitation. If you're listening, whatever the fuck your name is, creepy mustache, you are invited to my house for tinned fish, and we can watch porn together.
Oh, tinned fish and chill.
Tinned fish and chill. I don't want anything to do with him sexually, but I want him to know.
Well, neither does his wife.
That my house is a safe space. I will cue up the sex scene on Oppenheimer, and we'll watch it on a loop.
We will watch it on a loop. And I could sit here and talk with you all day. This was so much fun. Caroline, where can everyone follow you? What have you got going on?
Well, you could follow me on Instagram at @officialseanpenn, or if you want to follow me, not my memes, I'm at porkchop.biz. I have a bad Instagram name, but I refuse to change it.
Don't.
And yeah, I mean, where else would you want to find me? That's where I am.
Oh my gosh, make sure to follow and all of that. Caroline Goldfarb. You can now subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch all these episodes. They come out every Wednesday morning. And as always, rate and review wherever you listen and subscribe to your podcast. And we will see you next time on the Just Saying podcast. Until then, take care. Bye.